going on, guys? Cole here for another quick video. I'm just gonna give you all a little update. I ended up trading my Miata project for a new project. I traded it for an E46. I didn't really do any videos on that thing. I didn't have it long, just for a few weeks. The E46 needed a new head gasket, but it ran. But traded that for something even better. Here it is, a 1991 Mazda RX-7 FC. I drove all the way to Philadelphia to get this car. And when I picked it up, the transmission was out of the car, needed a clutch, didn't have any seats in it. It took a real gamble because I didn't even know if the car started, but I got lucky, and this thing fires right up. And also, I put this nice Corbeau seat in it, but I don't really fit it very well, so I'm probably going to see if I can get someone to trade me some stock seats for it, or maybe I'll just get some different racing seats. But yeah, you can see the body. It is high mileage on the body, almost 300,000 miles. The engine in it, pretty sure it was remanufactured by Mazda because it has a sticker on the oil pan that said Mazda Reman. So I'm assuming one of the previous owners just got an OEM rebuild engine. It's also got this NRG quick release wheel, and this steering wheel glows in the dark, which is kind of cool. Pretty much everything works on the car. Let me hop in here. It's kind of hard to get in and out. Yeah, all the gauges work except for the oil pressure gauge. I gotta fix that. The speedometer gauge wasn't working. The speedo cable was just completely gone, and the previous owner just put some tape over the speedometer cable hole in the trans, so it was just leaking trans fluid out. But I fixed that, and then I didn't do a video on what I've done so far, but it had a hydro e-brake here, but it wasn't done properly. They just had brake lines running into the stock brake system, so it just completely screwed it up. Sometimes the brakes would just lock up and wouldn't release. So I took that out, put a new brake line in, and then I got this stock e-brake handle off eBay, put that on it so I can use that. And there's a couple other small things wrong with it. This shifter is some cheap eBay short shifter. You can probably hear how notchy it is. You have to slam it into gear. And also, one of the bolts that holds this on the transmission, someone broke one of them off, so I have to drill that out. And it's not too bad though. Someone definitely probably redid the carpeting in here because it's pretty clean. The sunroof works surprisingly. Another weird thing about this car is this does not do anything. None of these switches do except for this one, and this is what it does. Oh, it's supposed to turn on the radio, but I don't know, it might not because the ignition's not on. But this thing, all this switch does is just give the radio power. Kind of dumb, but kind of funny. These little pieces are brackets for them are broken, which is pretty common on the FC. Cheap 80s plastic interior, but whatever. And then they broke this trim piece, and we need to remove this thing. Yeah. But if anyone wants a Corbeau seat and wants to trade me some stock seats, I'd be down. Because I sit kind of high in this thing. If I sit all the way with my ass to the back of the seat, my head is literally pushed against the ceiling right now. So this is not exactly comfortable because I have to slide down a little bit. And then my lower back's not really supported. So yeah, I definitely need to get a different seat. It doesn't fit me well. Yeah, also it's got this G-Force racing arms, probably some cheap crap, never even heard of them. I want to get some nicer harnesses. I want to get some like Takata or something and get a harness bar. And I'm probably going to end up stripping this interior at some point and doing a full cage, because this is going to be the new drift car, so I'm probably going to go all out with it. Right now the harness is just bolted down back there, which I know is not that safe, but it's just temporary. I don't really drive it much. I've only driven it a couple of times. Check it out, fake taxi. Also got this OBX catback. I think it's about a 3-inch. It's pretty massive, as you can see. It does shoot flames, which is awesome. Alright, so under the hood here, you can see pretty much it's all stock. I think the only thing is the air pump, I think might be missing. Yeah, the air pump's gone. But everything else is still there, even the stock OMP, but that thing does not work. So the guy I got it from, he never even drove this car. He got it from his brother's friend, I guess with the transmission already out of the car, and he told me he never drove it. I guess he just didn't really know what he was doing and didn't know how to fix it, which is probably a good thing, because I think he would have blown it up, because this OMP doesn't work. I kind of figured that out just because none of the lights worked on this car, so I had to fix all that. And when I was swapping out some fuses, there was one fuse where I'd put a new one in and it would just instantly blow it, and I think that was the fuse for the OMP. So I've been pre-mixing it since I got it running, and that's how it's just gonna stay. Eventually, I might get the block off plate kit for the OMP and a few other things, and probably block off the vacuum hoses eventually, just so I don't have to worry about vacuum leaks. But everything is in pretty decent shape. Also, the car has some underglow, which I installed just because my brother wanted me to, so I figured that'd be kind of funny. Have that going at drift events and meets. I can control it all from my phone, which is awesome. A few things I gotta fix. I gotta fix this line right here for the power steering, because it leaks a ton of fluid out of there. And also, I might have to replace the lines on the oil cooler, or maybe the oil cooler itself. Either that, or just the fluid from this is getting blown onto that. But yeah, other than that, everything's good. Fire's right up. I'm not gonna fire it up right now. I'll probably insert a clip from when I had it running the other day. But yeah, future plans. Roll cage, full cage, harness bar, Halo racing seats, the ones that protect your head. Trying to think. Probably gonna get a Mega Squirt at some point, and eventually down the road I'd like to put a turbo kit on this thing, or just piece together a kit, get a little bit more power out of it. And the diff in this thing, really, it sucks. It doesn't really lock up that much. I'm not sure if it's open diff or not. I'm pretty sure it's an LSD is what I was told, but it's probably just really worn out. It doesn't really want to lock very well. And probably gonna need new transmission and diff mounts at some point, because I'm pretty sure those are really worn out. The body isn't too bad for the mileage. Kind of surprised it doesn't have more rust. Underneath there's some stuff that's screwed up, like pinch welds or fucking mashed into the car. But it's gonna get beat on anyway, so whatever. And I'd like to get rid of these wheels. I am not a fan of these wheels. Mainly just because of the red. I started peeling off some of the dip. As you can see back here, I peeled off a lot more of the dip. It'd probably look better with the silver. Got some new used tires back here. And the other ones are really dry rotted that were on it. But yeah, someone put this badge on it, which I'm not really a fan of that, but probably just gonna leave it so I don't mess with the paint more. Oh yeah, also it's got TN Super Drift coilovers. Check it out. Also came with an extra set of K-Sports, which I have up for sale on eBay if anyone wants to go buy them. Oh yeah, also, this bumper was not on the car when I got it. It was off the car and like half sanded. It looked like shit, so I just sprayed it white. I didn't finish sanding it. I just sprayed it white just so it would look okay. It wouldn't look like complete shit. Obviously, it doesn't fit correctly because none of the clips were there when they gave me the car, so I just zip tied the whole bumper on, as you can see. And, it's on there alright. And then, oh, this was missing. I got this off eBay. It's an OEM part from Mazda, but I found it on eBay for 30 bucks. Also need to get the flash to pass lenses because those are missing, because that'll look a little bit better. And the kid had the Turbo 2 hood. He said he was going to mail me it, but I haven't heard back from him, so I'll probably never get it, but whatever. Glad I got rid of the E46 because I will take an RX-7 over that any day. I mean, overall, I think I got a decent car here. So hopefully later this year you'll see me have it in some events, and I can post those up on my channel. Yeah, I guess that's really it for now. So like and subscribe to my channel. Go check me out on Instagram at driftdaddy_drift_daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna try and post more frequently, especially once the weather gets warm, because the weather in Virginia here is so weird. One day it's 70, one day it's 30 out. So hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to do more car stuff. Yeah. See y'all.